what is the difference between a critical and a major incident?
Okay, I think this is quite an interesting question, because there is a real difference between a critical incident and a major incident. And if you spoke to probably a number of people and you asked them what they thought would be a critical incident and the type of examples of critical incident, they would probably come up with the major incidents that we would consider: the Manchester bombing arena, Grenfell. It's those kind of scale, the 7/7 attacks. But actually a critical incident is something that impacts on policing every day. So if you look at the definition is any instance where the effectiveness of police response is likely to have a significant impact on the confidence of the victim, the family, and or the community. So these are the types of calls that happen every day of the week in police forces across the country. And in my previous role as a police officer, you'd have to identify these types of incidents. So as an example, I did a lot of work in Barnet, which has got a high level of Jewish communities. And, there'll be an incident there that would take place. There'd be, some anti-Semitic attacks. And that would have huge ramifications for the way we police, not just in that community in Barnet, but across the country.
Do you think that we should move from a reactive approach to a more proactive approach regarding critical incidents?
Yeah, interesting. Reactive to proactive. I think generally the police service should be far more proactive. And I think we're struggling a little bit with that because of the reduction of resources. Is the fact that there aren't the resources to provide that proactive response, that uniform response in communities. The neighbourhood teams that are working with communities, building up that trust. And in my experience, if you want to defeat terrorism, you need to get your intelligence from that neighbourhood level. So if we're not proactive, if we're not putting people out there, we're not going to have that success. So I think we do need to be more proactive. In terms of major incidents, it's very difficult because major incidents, you can be proactive in the sense that we prepare people, we train them. As a police officer, you won't automatically walk in and to command a major incident unless you've had that kind of training and experience.
In terms of your personal experiences within the force, how does that influence your teaching?
I mean, that's an excellent question. And I think this probably goes to the heart of why I think the University of Law is such a great choice for anyone who's considering embarking on a career in policing or in the law, is the fact that the university brings together both academics, but also people who've got the professional and practical experience. And I think, what I bring here is some of the experiences in my 30 years. And I wish that I'd known some of the things that I teach on this degree course when I was actually a police officer, because I think it would have helped me in my career. And I think for anyone who's considering a career in policing to undertake this degree course, it really does prepare you for that role, not just for now, but for the future, hopefully with developing future leaders in the police service.